and welcome to the Stage Analysis watch list. This is the US and Canadian stocks watch list on its 7th of January 2020. We're going to start tonight's list with the actual look at all of the stocks at once and their sectors and the industries that they're in, so we can get a broad overview of what we're looking at. So, as you can see, we've got a few biotech stocks tonight. We've got a few internet stocks, a few in semiconductors, and a number of stocks in the software sector. So, and again, like we had yesterday when we talked about cybersecurity, cyber is one of the major ones in the cybersecurity sector, and that's also come up on the list today. Okay, let's get into the charts. Okay, the first chart, AKAM, it's close to its 52-week highs. It's above our rising 30-week moving average. And it's moving back above its rising zero line, so it's starting to outperform the S&P 500 again a little bit after pulling back since October. But it's been a fairly tight consolidation near the top of the range. So let's look at the daily chart. On the daily chart, it's broke above its recent high in November, back above the 50-day moving average again with a gap breakout today. So it's approaching its resistance zone from the highs of the year. So it's one to watch. Next is Amazon. It's been going sideways for the most part of the last year, but the last few weeks' price action, with it moving back above the 30-week moving average again, it's moved above its middle of the year high here. So it's looking interesting again. Relative performance, it's been underperforming since the summer. Let's go into the daily. As you can see, we're getting a sort of mini breakout going on here from a good 5-month base. So it's approaching its highs again, so it's one to watch. APLS, strong breakout with quite a lot of volume here. So this is more than, it's only Tuesday, and it's already done 3 or 4 times its average weekly volume. Its relative performance is at new highs versus the S&P 500. So looking at the daily, it's a gap breakout, so I'm assuming it's earnings or news related, but I don't have any information, so that's all we've got. Next, AZPN, similar to the Amazon, where it's making a break above recent high, but it's still below its 52-week high. It's moving back above the 30-week moving average again. Relative performance in line with the S&P 500, just under it at the moment. Daily chart, you can see it's making a small breakout from above the recent high, but still below 52-week highs up here. It's back above its key moving averages again, which have turned up. COHR. Okay, this one's a different type of chart. We've got a stage 1B. It had a stage 2 breakout around here, but it failed. Move back into the range again. So we've got a big base with multiple higher lows. Let's see, into resistance here. So we've got potential stage 2A breakout attempt possible with a move above into this 170 to 180 range here. The performance is above the zero line, which has been flattening, maybe rising a little bit. Volume is quiet, which we like to see before a breakout. Consolidation. So let's have a look at the daily, which, yeah, the daily tells a similar story, which is what you want to see with stage 1B stock, with it getting quiet near the top of the range. So this one's got some potential for a stage 2A breakout. Next stock is Cyber, CYBR, which we mentioned as it's one of the cybersecurity stocks like we saw yesterday. So this is attempting to break above its recent highs. Volume at the moment is only around average. Its relative performance versus the S&P 500 is just moving in line with it at the moment. So setting the world on fire yet. But we've got a low cup with handle. So I think this is what Mark Benavini refers to as one of the cheat setups, where it's attempting to break out early. So obviously it's because it's got a low handle instead of having the handle at the top of the range up here. So that one's got some potential, especially with the moves in the sector, with the ETFs moving out to new highs. So definitely one to consider. DERM. We've got this gap breakdown back in 2018. It's been consolidating sideways range for a good 2 years now, and it's now moving back to the top of the range. So we've got potential stage 2 breakout attempts. So at the moment it's still sitting there, so it's still sitting under the top of the range. So I'd still give it a stage 1B at the moment, as it still hasn't made the stage 2A breakout yet. Look at the daily. The daily tells a similar story. It's had some strong moves through December. Quick snap back and then pull back towards the highs again. So one to watch for a stage 2A breakout. HL is one of the silver miners. Hasn't been on the radar for a very long time. As you can see, had a ginormous stage 4 decline for multiple years. But during 2019, it's finally based, moved for its stage 1 base and broke out into an early stage 2 attempt, and has ground itself higher, making a good 100% gain or so, a little bit more than that. But it's now quite extended, so we would be looking for put it on the watch list, but for pullbacks somewhere around into the range again. But yeah, relative performance is strongly above flattening zero line, so yeah, one to consider in the future. IHRT. This one broke above its IPO high this week. Volume's only very average low, although it's only 2 days in. So let's look at it on the daily. On the daily chart, the breakout is actually on better volume. It's more than 2 times its average daily volume. So that one's actually a promising newbie breakout in stage 2. LEJU, this is stage 2A breakout attempt. Volume at the moment is only around average, although it's only Tuesday, so it's making a stage 2A breakout attempt, although we've got older resistance from back here. But it's obviously time-based, would have worn that out a little bit, so it won't be as strong, although it may have some effect. But this is the level we'll be looking at the moment, and so it's clearly moving above that. So this one's potential for a stage 2A breakout this week. Quick look at the daily. On the daily, very strong daily volume, about 3 or 4 times the average daily volume here, after a good sideways grind for a few months. So yeah, that one's got potential for a stage 2A breakout. MAT, this is another stage 1 stock. Potentially, again, you could consider it stage 1B, although probably just the stage 1 rating, but it's very near the top of its range and potential for a stage 2A breakout. So quick look at the daily. Yeah, not much on the daily to report at the moment, other than it's near the top of its range. So relative performance is just moving above the S&P 500, so it's starting to outperform. So again, potential for a stage 2A breakout. MCHP. This one is moving to new highs after breaking out from its range about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So relative performance is near the top 52-week range. So daily, some strong volume on the daily moves here. So yeah, that one's got potential. MU moved into stage 2 back in the middle of the year. A very slow grind, and then finally making a continuation breakout in December, and it's now making a further continuation. So it's kind of daily. The continuation is, both continuations have been on volume, so it's looking strong. OKTA, traded this one last year reasonably successfully during a nice stage 2 advance, but it's now been going sideways for a little while. A little bit of contraction, little cup and handle type pattern. It's sitting around its 30-week moving average, but it's definitely in stage 3 currently. However, there is potential for a stage 2 continuation breakout, as well as could go the other way but and break down into stage 4, but I prefer to focus on stage 2s. So yeah, move above 132-ish, potential for a stage 2 continuation breakout. QURE, similar looking sort of chart with a V-shaped cup and handle. Again, yeah, cup and handle type pattern, a little bit of a low handle, and the handle's quite short at the moment, but potential for a stage 2 continuation breakout. Okay, SBLK, one of the shipping stocks, broke out into stage 2 earlier in the year. It's been grinding in a range for the majority of the year now. So it's got potential for a stage 2 continuation breakout. Strong move this week. So last 2 days, some strong volume coming into it, near the top of its range, some rising moving averages, so look for a breakout above 12-ish. Seas, SEAS, again, cup and handle-ish type pattern, near the top of its range, breaking out on about just above average volume, but still not broken the 52-week high here, so this one could still have more grinding to do, but one for the watch list. Shopify, this one was a huge performer in 2019. It's moved back towards its highs again, actually making new highs. So it's just sitting above top of the range from earlier in the year, so this one's still got potential, although its cup and handle pattern is not great, as it's got a rising type handle, so potential for a pullback first, maybe into around here range before breaking out in earnest again, or it may well have topped out, but it's one to watch for. SY, assuming, actually I know nothing about the stock, all I can see is the chart, so all I can see is this price action here. It's starting to show some promising price action in the last few months, back above its 30-week moving average now. Low volume break above the recent range, still below middle of the summer resistance, so just one to keep an eye on. TLRA, making a stage 2 continuation breakout attempt to new highs. Look at the daily chart. Sat huge few weeks, heavy volume, so definitely one to watch. Would be looking for a pullback to consider an entry, as it's far too extended from where I would consider an entry point. So we need it to calm down for a little bit. TREX. This one has a very large pattern at the top near the highs. It's been grinding slowly sideways for the last 6 months or so. Daily, a very tight pattern. It's close to the highs here, so potential for a stage 2 continuation breakout above 94ish. So one to keep an eye on. TTWO, similar sort of pattern with a tight consolidation for a good number of months. It's going on the daily. And again, potential for a stage 2 continuation breakout. Have to get back above the August highs here, but yeah, we start to see it moving on to here. It would get a bit more interesting. Okay, that's the end. Thanks for watching, and to get the daily stocks watch list, go to stageanalysis.net, and I'll see you next time.